Hi guys, it's Max here from dartsreviews.tv in association with dartsplanet.tv. We've got some shot darts for you today. This is part of their new Redline range, all to do with cars. Really fast looking car on the front of this, and this is the Mach 1. As you know, max speed is really fast, so it's all in keeping with that sort of line. The dart itself looking quite interesting in there, nice gold colour, and obviously this line as well is all 80%, so a good sort of like price point I think going to be coming from these. So what I think we'll do is we'll head on over to the table, get them out, have a closer look.
So we're over at the table with the Redline Mach 1 darts from Shot. Really striking sort of supercar image on the packaging, window showing the full setup of the dart there, and obviously information that we got the 23 gram, it's 80% tungsten, it's a front weighted dart, it's got titanium coating, and it comes with aluminium shafts. Over on the back we have the information about Shot there, how everything's made and produced in New Zealand, and the lifetime guarantee, safety information, and the little write-up that Shot like to put on all their darts. I really find these interesting. This particular one for the Redline Mach 1s, built for speed and powerful handling. This is a slick high-performance dart set with a 4 out of 5 grip to fuel your game. Mach 1's torpedo-shaped barrels are coated in custom gold titanium for strength, and the ultra-durable aluminium shafts included are built to last. The tapered barrel design features a hybrid ring grip with a massive fill that won't bite. Up front, there's a pyramid grip on steroids with micro scallop rings as you crank up the miles. The handling just gets better. This rig is ready to turn heads and take out pole position. So definitely all in keeping with this Redline line of darts where it's all to do with like cars and everything. So let's get the darts out and have a closer look. EVA foam insert that Shot likes. Keeps it sort of like open here so you can have the full setup, which is really good and really striking. You've got the spare stems and flights here, and I do love the like little speedo section on the flights. Let's go on out, have a closer look. Starting at the front, we have the standard black point going into this like tapered nose, as they said, with that hexagon sort of like pattern here. It's a torpedo tapered barrel, and it's got the pyramid grip, they called it. What it is, it sort of like slightly goes up and down by the looks of it. The rings, you got like 2 there, and then the groove in between this section is staggered down. It goes up and down, up and down. Obviously you've got some micro rings on the taper. That's very grippy, this section. Even with out the lateral grooves, I'd say that was really grippy, but the lateral grooves just adds that little bit more. I'd like to say it's more of a twin ring because it's in a twin section and then it's separated by that wider groove, and with that wider groove I can feel the square cut of those rings. In the very middle, we've got some more of the like micro ring section, and then we go into this tapered section at the back, which if you look very closely, we have this tapered either side of a groove on that ring, and then 2 normal rings, and that goes for like 3 sections going to the back. I can run my finger over that and feel the square cut of each of the middle 2 rings. The extra section here where it tapers like a pyramid, as they said, so it goes up either side of the groove. It's not as bad. The groove itself is quite narrow, so you don't really catch on that, but I can see what they mean by saying it's like a micro scallop, because where that is either side, it feels slightly lower than the rest. Obviously that tapers back down, and you got a couple more of those micro grooves before going into the aluminium shaft and that bright red and carbon stem. Really interesting, quite wide here at that front section, but it really does narrow down, and like I said, plenty of different grip areas. Whether you're a front, rear or mid gripper, you're either going to have that really grippy section at the front, slightly grippy section at the back, or that push point with that like alternating grip just there. Haven't got the measurements on this yet, unfortunately, but it does come in like 3 different weights: 23, 24, 26. When Gavin does get the measurements, he will add them up on the screen and add them on with the review. What I thought we'll do is, as this one's already set up, we'll head on straight on over to the board and we'll have a throw.
Okay, so we're over in the dart room with some shot darts from the Redline edition, and these are the Mach 1s. Sounds very, very fast. Obviously, front weighted dart, quite wide because they're 80% tungsten, and very grippy. Usually I don't do really good with grippy darts, but I think we should be okay. Gonna have a couple of practice throws just to get used to them before going into our practice routine, so let's see how we get on. Oh, I'm getting a nice clean release with these. There we go, zeroing in on that treble. I thought I might struggle with these, but because of that sort of like taper at the back, I'm getting more of a push point than pulling the dart. Right, a nice steady ton, and that's really tight grouping as well. I'm getting a nice clean release, even though they're very, very grippy with that alternating sort of grip at the back. I'm using that push point and it's working really well. So I think we can go straight into our practice routine. Game on. Or a little bit wide. 81. Made the adjustment. We've got 120 left to get. Oh, just pulled that last one down. We scored 100 though. Left ourselves 20. Oh, gonna have to move around for that one. And there we go, in 2 darts. Took it out in 8 darts. Really unlucky not to take out the Shanghai, but I'm really, really surprised with this. It's a really grippy dart, but I threw them really well, which shocked me. So let's have a final thought. Well, I was quite shocked I'd done as well as I did with these. I'd done it in 8 darts anyway, mucked about a little bit at the end, but they were really, really consistent. I don't do grippy darts, but I threw these quite easily. So even though they are grippy, the balance point on them at the front was really, really nice. They flew through the air and gave me a nice grouping area and a big target to aim at. Where I was holding was obviously on the push point, and I'm going to give it a grip rating of 3.5. My fingers fell deeply into the grooves. I could feel the edges, and I was getting a lot of push power with it. And if you're looking for a grippy dart, this is not a bad dart to go for, especially if you like front weighted, and they're not too long either. The weights that it comes in is 23, 24 and 26 grams. A little bit strange that it jumped from like single grams up by 2 grams, but I think that's a good thing anyway, because if you want a heavier dart, you're looking at 26, not 25s usually, and 23 and 24 is dead smack where I'd say majority of players are playing from. Price point on this may shock you. I know it's an 80% tungsten dart, but it is only £57.50. For a shot dart, that is absolutely fantastic. They are fantastic quality. You get that warranty. They're sort of like designed, made and manufactured all in New Zealand and then sent over here. So that is a fantastic price to pay. If you've got a set of these, or you're looking at getting a set, or if you've got a question or anything, head on down to the comment section and let us know. If you have got a set of these, it's really handy for you to let people know what you think, because it gives them multiple points to choose, because not everyone can get to a shop or anything to try before you buy. Make sure you head on over to dartsreviews.tv and dartsplanet.tv. Lots of stuff on there, articles about the Premier League and everything, players, and there's lots of like old reviews and that on dartsreviews.tv as well. So if there's a certain dart that you're looking for, you can pop on there and maybe we've reviewed it and you could get an idea if they're ideal for you. Make sure you tick subscribe and tick the notification bell. We've got lots coming up in the future, not just darts, but there's other stuff as well. And as always, come back, check us out again soon.